Hi anyone, I'm Luppi and we're back with more Mario Minecraft. Wow, it's only been a week, but it's been quite the week for me. Not that I did anything or had anything happen to me, but I did end up I ended up going through my accounts on multiple computers, I guess. And while doing that, I was watching some of my videos on a different computer and learned a horrible thing. That the computer I used to edit my my videos sounds completely different than my TV and my other computers. And I'm left learning that what sounds good on the computer I edit actually sounds pretty darn awful. So I apologize for the last 2 or 3 months, 4 months of whenever we started using all the filters in OBS, because I think that's it. And a few other things, apparently in OBS, if you have multiple sound sources, let's say your microphone and your game audio, if one peaks, if they peak together, that can affect their quality apparently, or something like that. They both count for peaking, even if they're separate things. So I didn't know that. So there's a lot of cool things where I'm just gonna have to think, how do we adjust stuff? And honestly, it's probably just decreasing the volume, the gain, and making sure nothing's too loud. And probably having a lot of different scenes for even for the same capture card, just so that we can have different systems not be so. And that's something that I'd already have to do. The 3DS has to be its own thing because it requires specific noise gating, and probably really should have its own separate volume that's adjusted again. The Steam Deck needs to be volume boosted, actually. That one's funny because it's super quiet. I don't know why. It is not loud at all. So that's neat. I'm guessing what we're doing today is gathering more netherrack, right? That's the dealio, that's the deal. I just wanted to complain about that first, about the volume stuff. Not the volume, the noise. Not the noise. The commentary quality. I guess thank you guys for not telling me I sound like a robot, or that I'm too quiet, or that the volume's all over the place, or whatever. Thank you. At the same time, I went to art school. Feel free to give me constructive criticism, no matter what. If you preferred the old way, I've got those settings saved, so if you want me to sound like the way I did before with all the filters on, we can do that. It's not what I wanted. That wasn't it wasn't an intentional choice to sound that way. I'd rather sound like a human being. But I feel like I don't know, I might be losing my voice a little bit because I spent way too much time testing this out. I wanted to record hours ago. I've been donking around with stuff. What am I doing? I'm looking for material. And I'm getting rid of magma cream. I don't know. Do we really want to use cobblestone to make pickaxes? I guess we can do that. It's fine. It's fine. If we have extra, we'll just deliver them to the other place. And we'll do that. Oh, and you know one thing I was thinking about doing actually? We do have wood. Hooray! I love having wood. Let's make another set of those puppies. Just for us. So yeah, that was my last week when I was editing. I did that up and noticed that that's how it was, and that kind of got me really depressed. Like, not to the point of having like a panic attack or freaking out too badly. But yeah, it definitely negatively affected my feelings as a creator. It's just too bad. Okay, that's fair enough. I don't know why I made 3 of these, but you know what? We'll make sure we never have to come back. We'll never have to go back to the Nether ever again. Yeah, last time we placed a lot of netherrack, we donked around in the Nether a bit. And now we get to go back to the Nether and just mine for a solid 2 hours. Or until I, like, lose consciousness or vomit. Whatever happens first. I'm not feeling too hot, but we're gonna persevere. Doing our best is what we do here. Even if our best is a hot mess, even if we are incompetent. Oh dear, that was not ideal either. We're not giving up. We're not giving in. We're doing our best until we get the big win-win. Yep. that's the Luppi way. Oh, this is slow. I don't like this. Give me my diamond pickaxes that are enchanted again. Let's waste diamond. Heck, we have iron. We can waste iron, right? I know we spent so much time mining both of those materials, but it's fine. It's okay. Yeah, I don't like that. Man, oh man, we are... And I don't want to say we're running out of places to mine, because there's always room to mine. There's always more areas to do whatever. But it is getting a little less safe and a little less convenient, which isn't really how I want it to be. I want it to be I want it to be convenient. We want it to be a fun and convenient mining experience for everyone, but myself especially. But yeah, I pulled out the Steam Deck and was testing stuff, and I was not happy. But yeah, we tested a bunch of different things, and I narrowed down the sound stuff to probably being the filters and maybe also being like funkiness with the volumes and peaking of various things. So we'll have to be mindful of that. I think the 3DS games and the Wii games. Why am I on fire? Oh. You got me. I didn't notice you, Mr. Blaze. I apologize. I thought this area was still safe for me. Yeah. Now, I'd appreciate if you didn't take the spoils, little goofy goobers. I suppose there were no spoils, and that's fine. There never really are. I'm always disappointed, aren't I? Oh, hey, there's another... Okay, so that's where they're coming from. Gotcha. I'm not allowed to have nice things, apparently. And that's okay. We did this to ourselves. That's the Mario Minecraft way. We do this to ourselves. That's not enough. Oh, hey, there's another guy there. Hey, there's another guy there. No, don't hit me. I don't deserve that. I'm just a little guy. Okay. But yeah, if I sound a little different today, other than we got rid of the filters, I am losing my voice, I think. Okay, we don't want to hit that guy. I don't know if it's a thing where if I drink a glass of water, that'll help, or if it's a thing where I just gotta persevere. Right now, we are not in the good zone, voice-wise, unfortunately. Let me try a thing. Okay, we're safe here. Just watch that while I'm gonna get a glass of water. Also, I'm gonna cough and clear my throat. Almost 13 minutes in? Okay. I'll remember that. I'll have to remember that. Or I'll just leave in getting a sip of water and clearing my throat. Okay. That did help a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely haven't been feeling great today. I've been struggling to sleep the last few days. And I don't know, that always has an effect on people. I don't know if it's I'm sick and that's why I'm struggling, or if I'm struggling and I made myself sick. It could go either way. It often does. I'm one of those mentally weak people where if I get upset, I just make myself sicker. I literally make myself sick based on the emotional stress I'm feeling. Not a good way to be, if we're being honest. But it is the way I am, so I have to I have to deal with it, I guess. Okay, so that's a wall. And maybe in the future definitely don't leave things to the last minute, so you have to do it. You have to do it now. No matter how I feel. That's the worst. When you have to just grin and bear it and just deal with it. I used to be prone to like sinus infections, and it's like having a sinus infection and still having to go to class or go to work is terrible. I saw a little guy. I wonder when, yeah, there's our luck running out. Okay. And I think one thing that might be a little helpful is actually slowing down how fast I'm talking. Maybe if we talk at a reasonable pace, then it'll be fine. But at the same time, we're just mining today, so if I don't talk, then like, what's even going on? My sense of timing is just so terrible in terms of health, in terms of anything. Big yikes, big oof. Yeah, how was your week? How's your guys' week been? You guys doing okay? Hanging in there, thriving, terrified, mollified, ambivalent. Usually I'm fairly ambivalent. I would say that's my general mood. But like also somewhere between ambivalent and seething with rage. Or I don't know, laughing in a way that's like, we need a word in English for when you laugh in a mean way at people. And if there is a word in English, I would like to know it. We got a bone and some coal. None of which is what I wanted, but you know, we'll take it anyways. Oh hey, we got some glowstone dust. I was gonna say glowstone. It's not clone, it's not glow, it's glown. It's also not loam or gloam, so, you know. Making up words. Isn't it neat? How every word is made up, I guess. I don't know. Fascinating stuff. Absolutely riveting. Yeah, I definitely should have been watching my own videos on all of my media, whatever. Media... No, media is not the word I want to use here. On all of my... I guess media players is the right word, I don't know. And I definitely should be watching my own videos in YouTube anyways. I usually don't. I don't have the time to watch everything. I guess that says I am fairly careless, doesn't it? Says a lot about me as a creator, if we're being honest. But yeah, that was a big blow to my ego. I thought I was doing really well. Everything started to sound really cool on my computer that I edit on, so I was like, I'm doing it. I've actually kind of figured stuff out. It's like, nope. And I could be wrong. Maybe I sound really great. Maybe that's the way I actually sound. Maybe 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 it's everything else. Maybe it's the television and whatever. I was using the Switch. I was watching YouTube on the Switch. But maybe what I need to do is what was I thinking? But like, I feel like if my phone kind of sounds a little funny, or if my videos, my commentary on my phone sounds a little silly, and if I sound very off on the TV, and I sound kind of off on the other computer, then I should probably trust that. I feel like that's a good way to be, and kind of not trust the oldest computer. That when I already know it has various weird sound issues, like when I play videos on it, like their sounds, or at least the videos, oh dear. We'll have to be mindful of that. I'm willing to sacrifice some netherrack just to avoid whatever the heck that's supposed to be. Yikes. Okay. Mindfulness is next to whateverness. That's cool. Yeah, I got rid of most of the filters. Like, I still have the noise gate on, and we may get rid of that. I don't know. Like, it doesn't really do what I want it to do. So the part it's like, well, you might as well. You've learned how to use it. That's cool. But if it's not really doing anything for you in these recordings, and I don't know if it's just OBS on Max is just kind of wonky, or if it's like the filters on OBS are okay as long as you're not asking too much of them, and maybe that's what I was doing. I don't know. I'm gonna have to play around with it a lot more. And it might just be like you just gotta listen to other people online when they say like, don't use OBS's innate things. You gotta download these ones and you gotta use these plugins, and that's how we do it. I don't know. Maybe that's the option. Maybe I just gotta see if there's any plugins that people recommend that'll work on OBS on an Apple computer. I don't know if that would change how plugins work from PC or Mac, so we'll see. And that'll probably be a choice going forward. Yeah, I don't know. I am in new territory. So, kind of neat, I guess. A little stressful. But I'm over it. I'm over the emotional, the psychic damage I took last week when I realized maybe I wasn't doing things in a good way, in an effective way. Maybe I was just blind to the problems I was creating, you know? And that's no fun. But I'm no longer upset about it. Oh dear. I'm upset about that though. Man. Let me... Oh dear. Not again. Okay. Everything is a puddle of... Oh dear. How'd you even see me? Where'd you even see me from? Wow. What a jerk. With psychic eyes ready to see me and plunge me into eternal darkness. Wow. What a way to be. On the other hand, we are definitely emptying out this area, and we will have to move to new areas. We'll have to move to new areas to gather more netherrack. Easy peasy style. Especially as we keep unearthing the nether fortress over on the other side of this area. And there's only so many blazes we can fight before the nether starts to become an utter pain. Oh, we'll keep doing our best, but I don't know. Well, this might become more of a chore than I want it to be. Yep. But I am feeling a little better in some ways. Like, I'm still struggling very much vocal sack-wise. But I am feeling a little better in my head. I don't have my migraine anymore, so that's cool. And I don't feel as nauseous as I did before I started recording. I don't know why. I'm gonna either blame it on when I was testing out the microphone before I started recording. I was just kind of flying around in creative mode. And I think that kind of, I don't know, I didn't have motion sickness as a kid. I could spin around and do whatever. Be upside down in cars and whatever. Now as an adult, maybe I do have motion sickness. Or get motion sickness. I don't know. But it could also be the graham crackers I ate. I don't know. I kind of... Not like a whole box, but you know those little packs where they come like in 3 of and it just has your whole... It's just that little plastic pack that has your whole stack of like 8 or 9 or 10 graham crackers. I ate one of those, and that might have been the wrong idea. That might have been the wrong choice. Too much sugar. For this late at night. Or early in the morning, depending on how we want to look at it. What's 1:30 to you? Early? Is it late? Is it normal? Who knows? I don't. Let's continue to slay things. I'm just a guy who wants your experience. Give me your experience. Tell me all about that time you went to work in the Nether. What kind of job did you have? You just hopped around? That's cool. I've always wanted to dress up as a frog and just harass people. If I could get paid to be a frog and harass people, that would be the ideal job to me. Heck yeah. Although there was this episode of The Simpsons where Homer dresses up as, what was it, the safety salamander? And if I could get a gig like that, I would also love to be dressed up as a salamander. I'm not too picky about what amphibian I would be. As long as I don't have to be around newts, I don't care. I don't have anything against them other than some of them are pretty creepy looking. And I don't want to be around newts. That's it. Or rather, I don't care if they're around, I just don't want them touching me. Like, I'm fine with frogs and toads and salamanders. But like, newts and Sicilians, Is that the word for the long wormy amphibians, Sicilians? Or is that a different name for them? I don't remember. Huh. But yeah, I do enjoy amphibians, but only on my own terms. I don't really enjoy amphibians on their own terms. They're kind of willful creatures, but they're also like weird ding-dongs. So while I appreciate a video of frogs, like, or the toad videos, I think the toad videos are the best ones because they're such moody little creeps. Like, you ever see the videos of the multiple toads being fed at the same time? But like only one will get the mealworm, and then the other ones will like just look like, how could you do this to me, Greg? That was my worm. I haven't had lunch yet. You know this. I'm hypoglycemic. I need to be very specific on my meals. Every week, Greg. You always do this to me. I love toads. They're such funny animals. I wish I had enough room and the money and the ability to care for another living thing in a way that didn't destroy it. I don't know. I can barely care for myself. But I would love to be responsible and mindful and have amphibians as pets. I think that'd be cool. Load me up on frogs and toads, man. And I'm not naive. I don't believe that I could make them be friends if they're different species of animals. It would be really cool to have a bunch of different like frogs working together, like just living together. But I know that even frogs of different sizes of the same species will end up being kind of tragic, you know? The bigger frog will eat the little frog. I understand. That's just how animals are. And like, I don't think it's a thing about like more evolved or less evolved. I just think it's kind of a thing about if you have an animal species that got its origin like when dinosaurs were running around and like the dawn of the reptiles, like you're gonna be kind of messed up in terms of your behaviors, right? That's how I choose to see modern amphibians. They're just messed up because of the stuff they had to crawl out of and hop away from. They're doing their best. Even if they all are, that's surprisingly hard to say. Why? Even if they all are. Jeez, I'm gonna keep messing that up. Well, you know, we just give ourselves a lot of practice and it's fine. Yeah, there's a lot of guys down there. They're not happy. Huh. Okay, that's funky. But yeah, I am a big fan of amphibians. I think they're pretty neat. I would love to see more people openly love amphibians. I mean, I don't think that's why I'm here on this planet, to be an advocate for the for beings with permeable skin. That's the word, right? That's the word I want. Skin that allows things to pass through it. It might not be. I might not be saying the word I'm looking for, right? But you know, that's fine. We aren't people who do things right. We're people who do things the best we can in the moment. Oh man. I think part of my, and it might just be, instead of uploading videos on the computer I edit stuff with, I may move it to the other computer and then upload it there. I don't know. I feel like I am gonna have to change up my I'm gonna have to change up how I do things a fair amount to accommodate the fact that I can't trust the old computer at all. And that's unfortunate. It was a fairly reliable thing up until it wasn't. Which honestly describes Apple computers pretty well. That's a sentiment that I feel about them all the time, actually. It's fairly reliable up until it wasn't. It was adequate up until, you know, I realized I spent too much money on a thing that wouldn't do the job I wanted to do. I'm probably never buying another Apple product ever again. I know I say that, but I'm going to keep saying it. If I say it enough times, eventually it'll become true. I'm just gonna have to accept that I'm just gonna have to learn how to do stuff how everybody else does on a Windows machine. Or on a Linux machine. I don't know. Could be fun. Okay, we are almost out of pickaxe, which is good. Because I am almost out of patience. And I do think I would like to get some diamond pickaxe, actually. We can afford to keep wasting wood and stone to make a bunch of stone pickaxes, but why? Why would we do that? Why would we do that when we can do other stuff? Okay. That's a beautiful sound. That is a sound of me no longer having to be obligated to be here. And we didn't even fill up our inventory, so that's cool. Help, help. They're preventing me from escaping. Okay, we want to go up. Okay, that was just flavor sound. That was an actual like sound. Okay. That works for me. Let's go once again. Back home. Yeah, I think we're doing okay now. We just had to do a bit of a warm up. We just had to get everything all on the same page. Yep. That's a kind of a weird way of looking at it, but at the same time, it's not that unusual. It only took us half an hour to be perfectly in tune with the fact that we have to record for today. And maybe if I don't eat graham crackers or other snacks before I start recording, maybe I won't feel bad. Maybe. You would hope, but you never know. And we're gonna need, I feel like we have sticks. I feel like we do have sticks there. So it should be fine. Oh no, did I? You're big. I'm not a fan of that. Get out of here. You're also big. I'm not a fan of that. Hey! Oh, I got you. You're climbing up the same way I am. That's neat. I need you guys to get out of all this. No, not my vines. I need those to climb up here. Okay, so now that we've dealt with the riffraff, hooray. Gonna keep that one on us. And we're gonna work really hard to try to fill up our dumb little inventory. Hooray. I'm gonna be honest, I'm feeling a little nauseous again. I don't know why that happens. Used to be really bad when I was playing the old-timey Minecraft. But that's why I kind of like turn off the head bobbing and like the motion whatevers. I thought that was it, but I think it might just be like too much Minecraft, like when I'm just like moving around too much, like whipping around the camera and stuff. I think that's what does it for some reason. And maybe it's just like the big screen or if I'm looking up at the screen. I don't know. Something about something has definitely made me a little more prone to getting like motion sick. And I think it's just growing up. Who knows? Maybe I have a brain tumor and that's it. It's completely unrelated to Minecraft at all. It's just I'm dying. And I'm laughing, but that's actually a very scary situation. And it's actually a pretty not the like Minecraft makes me nauseous and that's how I found out I'm dying, but the idea that like a random innocuous thing is actually how you find out that, or is the first warning sign that you have something more seriously wrong than you expected. That's a pretty common story in terms of like medical stories. You know, it all starts with like your poo changing color consistently for a long period of time without any real reason, like your diet didn't change, your medications didn't change. Suddenly you're pooping like yellow poops or white poops or heaven forbid black ones. You don't want the solid black poops. That's not a good sign. Or blood in your poop. You don't want that either. That's always a day ruiner as somebody who sometimes has that happen. I know that's TMI. But eat your fiber. Make sure you stay hydrated. And for me, I have to not eat like processed foods or avoid them as much as possible, because that's something that does definitely destroy me very quickly. And like it's a moderation thing. If I'm just having like, a random like Cinnabon or whatever they're called, that's probably fine. But if I'm having like one every night at work, like that's bad. That's definitely going to ruin my life. And especially like eating what are they? The what's the thing I'm thinking of? Oh, like burgers. Like, if you're actually eating like vending machine meals, those are terrible for me. Oh my god. To be fair though, like I have such a weak will. I will eat those at any chance I get. So being in a situation where I can eat them like multiple times a week, yeah, that's not good. Not good. But yeah, stay hydrated. Make sure you have a balanced diet. Definitely see your doctor if you see weird stuff, if you have weird pains, lumps, yeah, new stuff is stuff you should probably talk to your doctor about. Don't feel embarrassed. They've heard it all before. And if they don't listen to you, or if they don't take your concerns seriously, definitely, if you can, get a second opinion. Not every doctor takes every situation seriously. But your life and your health are things that should always be taken fairly seriously, I say as someone who hasn't seen a doctor in for too long. I need to see a doctor probably. I mean, we all do. We should all get at least an annual checkup. You know, your biannual tooth checkup with the dentist. Probably that could have been bad. But it also actually was pretty bad. Luckily, it's not the worst thing that happened. Hooray, we're not deceased. We live to goof around once more. Golf clap. And then which pickaxe are we using first? Efficiency or unbreaking? It's fine. It's okay. Let me out of here, please. And then we're good. We've got a full oh, I am screwing up on the words here. We've got a full inventory. Like that would be my first suspicion of having a brain tumor is like all the word stumbling. And if I didn't know that's the kind of person I am, who stumbles on my words, especially when I'm speaking a little faster. Like if I let myself speak fast, I will speak fast. Like I have no ability to control the speed. I'm either fairly fast at talking or pretty slow. Those are my speeds. I'm like no real control over that. I mean, there is control over that. Like I just said, like if I notice it, I can control it, but oftentimes it's just we're going at whatever speed, we're going as fast as my mouth or my brain can go, you know? That's it. I don't know which one's fast and which one's slow, but we're going as fast as we can. Oh no. Okay. And that leads somewhere. Fascinating. Oh, there's a guy there. Ready to ambush me. That's always a great feeling. But yeah. Okay, and this just leads outways a little bit. Okay. It's gonna lead to a sudden drop. I don't want it to. I would rather it didn't. But let us fill up our inventory with netherrack and hopefully fill up the first chest. That'd be very nice. And if we could fill up all the chests, that would be very nice as well. I would appreciate that. But we'll see. We'll see what we can get done. This is a major undertaking. Is this the area? I already know where I am. Yeah, this is... Maybe it isn't, maybe it is. But I feel like this is the area that connects to that one area. Okay. I vaguely know where we are now. That's good. That's cool. Little lava pit. Okay. Gotta appreciate whatever we find. Gotta take a little bit of fun. A little bit of entertainment from random stuff, you know? Okay, and that's more lava. Gotcha. Alright, that was silly. That was kind of foolish of me. Alright, that was really silly of me. Oh, that was even dumber. Okay. I don't like that. I'm being honest. I'm not a fan of that. Oh, yeah. Come on. There we go. Well, that takes care of that area, I guess. Okay. See if we can't get to a new gear of the... Let's just keep climbing if we can, right? But let us keep going up, like there's no reason not to. Let's reach the top of the world and then mine it all the way down. Just keep mining it the... Oh man. Honestly, this might be high enough where we don't have to worry about... Or it might not be high enough, you know? That's kind of the cool thing about the Nether. Everything is pretty death-defying. I'd really be upset, though, if we filled up our inventory with netherrack and then we lost the diamond pickaxe and all the netherrack by falling into a pit of lava from, like, 9 stories up. That would be pretty infuriating. But at least this way, we're also far, far away from the blazes and wither skeletons. That's good. We don't want to be too close to those guys. We don't want to be too terribly... We don't want to be around them at all. That's the point. They're nice. It's nice to gather their drops when we get their drops, but they don't drop the good stuff all the time. And they're a pain in the farm, so... Other than the blazes, where we have, like, multiple spawners all up in that fortress. Well, that's cool. This is a big old tunnel. Neat. That's fascinating. Actually, let's move this stuff all together. I don't have to waste time donking around with it. The downside to being in these kind of tunnels are, like, to my TV screen, this is not dark at all. But to the actual game screen on the computer, that is actually fairly dark. So I'm sorry, guys. You're gonna have to be lurking around in the dark. But you get to listen to me as I mine for hours upon hours. Okay, so we did reach that area. Okay. Okay. That's neat. That's cool. And where does this kind of, what are the dimensions of our little sky area? How much can I dig, is my question. How much is it safe to dig? Because if it is very safe to dig through all of this, then, or most of it, a lot of it, then to me, that makes it kind of worth it. To just kind of stay here, mine as much as we can, and then figure out what we gotta do later, you know? And I feel like over the area we were at should be a pretty safe area, because that was just solid netherrack, right? Other than the areas we hollowed out, it should just be a solid netherrack all the way to the wall. And that's cool, that's pretty nice. I appreciate that. But yeah, I did some things I did this week. Let's see. I didn't really do much. I was feeling pretty down, so I didn't really bother to do much. I did mess around with the Suno AI stuff a little more, you know? It was less making music and it was more just downloading and cataloging all the music, all the AI music that I had the app generate. That was kind of cool. I don't want to say like that I had it make, because I don't know. I don't really like giving the authorship to the app, and I don't really like the idea of calling myself a creator if the AI is making stuff. Like, I know a lot of people are very strongly like, if you use AI at all, you're an unethical like artist. And I kind of agree with that, especially with people, especially with the like the random artists who are like entering their AI submissions into like actual art competitions or trying to patent or copyright various AI images. Like, I think that's kind of scummy. Although I did hear that there was one that finally did get copyright. And that story is kind of neat because they basically created an engine that, the engine itself, like, does allow human inputs. Like, and it's not just prompting. Like, you can prompt it, get an image, and then edit it, and then prompt some more and stuff. So it's like incrementally editing, using AI incrementally to edit an AI generated image, which is neat. But I don't know. It's a very strange world, and I definitely do understand the artists, especially other artists, their perspective of, you know, we hate this thing with a passion because the companies that are funding it just want to either A, get rid of us, they don't want to pay artists anymore, they hate artists for whatever reason, or B, they want to own the means of, they want to own pretty much everything, and AI copyright gives them an in to do that. Because if they copy your style, they can retroactively say, like, well, anybody who draws like this is actually violating our copyright. If the copyright laws allow for them to actually copyright, it allows a company that like owns an app, that an AI app, like, you know, Suno or any of the ones that just generate images. And so far, it hasn't seemed like that's the case, but all it takes is for some judge to just make a new precedent, you know, at least in the US. So my hope is that that doesn't happen, but I definitely feel like there are a lot of companies where they could just be like, yeah, you know what, we already made our own app. We're going to we've stolen terabytes worth of culture. We're going to copyright that now. Sucks to suck, idiots. So we'll see. Like, the worst case scenario is artists have less of a right to their own work than they did before. The best case scenario is doing a lot of random stupid stuff gets easier and people have even more rights to their own stuff and artists are respected a lot more in society. Will that happen? I don't know. I can believe it. I can hope. We can always hope. We can always hope and demand. I don't know. I always feel a little weird whenever people like make fun of artists, and it's like, but everything you consume, like all the media you consume is like created by a creative person, right? Like, you love your TV shows and your YouTube channel shows and your like random blogs and random other stuff. Like, you love your stuff, right? And it's like, yeah, but I don't like paying for it. And it's like, yeah, you're a piece of shit. Shut your mouth. And granted, I know nobody makes enough money to buy all the media they'd like to consume. Like, there's too many books, there's too many movies, there's too many CDs, and there's too many everything. So we have to pick and choose. And it'd be really cool if we could just have everything all the time for free. I do kind of agree with that sentiment. At the same time, I also kind of disagree with it because I am definitely... Wait, is this the... This is the unbreaking one, okay. This one's gonna break before we even fill up our treasure chests. Man. Oh dear. All that lava isn't helping. Okay. And then let's take this tunnel and see how far... Really, again? I'm just a guy. Trying to do my best. Okay. Let's go a little bit further away, so we maybe won't be hitting the same... Gosh darn... Oh my god. Okay. Clearly this area was not meant to be. And that's fine. That's okay. Maybe just tearing down this wall will get us where we need to be. And if it doesn't, that's fine too. But my hope is we can just slowly chew our way through this whole block and fill up our inventory. Once more with feeling. I can't believe it's already been an hour. Man, I'm feeling pretty okay. How about you guys? Probably not. I probably sound awful to you, and you're tired of watching me mine. We are so tired of the Nether, aren't we? Collective. Oh dear. Well, at least that wasn't too bad. It could have been worse. I don't know why I'm digging one tunnel. Well, we'll be able to see lava a little easier, you know? And it does minimize the losses, so that's good. But I didn't want more prism. I just wanted more netherrack. That's all I ever wanted. And then we can... Cool. Whenever we fill up this bar, we're good to go. Oh dear. Okay, so we did reach the end of the thing. That's cool. That's fair, that's fine. It's a little bit of experience. That's good. Always appreciate that. Okay. I did start reading a manga series. It's another one that got canceled preemptively, and that's too bad. But it's about these girls who like do heavy armor or heavy combat, something like that. It's basically where you dress up as a knight and then like basically fight each other. It's kind of neat. I would have loved to see it actually become a thing. I haven't read it all the way through though. It's only 18 chapters, so like 3 volumes worth of content. But I've only gotten through the first volume, so no spoilers if anybody decides to read more of it than I can in a given time period. I'm sure I'll have read all of it by the next time. By next time I record. So we'll see. So far I'm finding it pretty enjoyable. Got a lot of its own lore, and I like that. I like it when a series isn't afraid to just drop you into its world, use its own terms. Sometimes that's a little discombobulating, but like that's kind of a good thing. Like it's kind of like starting a new job or going to a new school. It's always a little awkward at first. That's how you know you're in a real world where everything's moving without you. If everything were very comfortable and under your control all the time, like that wouldn't be very real, would it? Okay. I kind of underestimated just how tall the Nether is, I think. I was expecting like it wouldn't be that tall because I don't know, I guess it has to be proportional to the there we go. We reach the top. Cool. Now the real question is, are we at the spot where we can still see? I feel like we ended it before we got to the layers where we can see the you know, the thingies, what is it? It's not. I'm brain farting on the block that forms the bottom of the world and forms the walls of the Nether. What is that? It's I don't know. I've completely boggled on it. Completely have let it slip my mind. That's no good. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna be able to just dig this out as much as we want. That's cool. Wait a second. Dang. Okay, what I want to do right now is... I wish I could stick this in my hand. Wow, I was not paying attention. We were pretty full up for a while. Dang. That's on me. Okay. That doesn't lead anywhere. So yeah, we're just gonna have to find our way back once we dump all our stuff off. And hope we can pick up all those random bits and pieces. It's fine. It happens all the time. So is it just about nighttime or is it just about daytime? I think it's just about nighttime. Okay. Let us get rid of our stuff and then... Or let us go to bed and then get rid of our stuff and then do this all over again. And we'll probably keep doing this until we reach like 2 or 2.5 hours or we fill up those chests. So I don't think we can fill up all 3 chests and get away with filling up our inventory. I mean, if we could, that'd be awesome. That would be ideal. That would be the best case scenario. But honestly, at this point, I feel like just us filling up the 3 chests would probably be a win. And I don't even know if we'll be able to do that. We'll see. And honestly, if we're being honest, if we fill up the 3 chests, we may not have to worry about filling up our inventory. But ideally, we would. Ideally. Hopefully. So we'll see. We'll do what we can. In the time that we have left, we'll do what we can. And then where was our secret tunnel? It was somewhere. Oh, right there. And then we gotta find the other way up. And we just gotta grab all our stuff. It should be fine. I feel like we're on the right track. And it definitely hasn't been 5 minutes yet, so that's good. Look at that. Look at all that. Nice. Okay. Let's just keep digging what we can. It's gonna be funny if it turns out the ceiling layer is totally covered, so we can dig the whole thing out without worrying. That'd be funny. At the same time, if we do fall from here, we're probably toast. We are ghosts with the most. Completely toast. So we'll do our best. We'll see what we can do. I know that's not very exciting while we're mining, but you know, it's a work in progress. We just gotta do what we can. We're trapped in this tunnel until we're freed accidentally. One thing I did do, I did set up a Blue Sky account. I still have to delete my Twitter, my Luppi Rust Twitter, but I do want to do something with it. I would like to record a video about it, or with it, and then I'll delete it. Also, one thing I do need to do though is go through and see if we can't find any of the people we were following on Twitter, if they're still on Twitter. See if we can't find them on Blue Sky. I think Blue Sky is okay. It's a little less spicy than Twitter was. It might just be like right now I'm not really following anyone, so I'm just getting the general like categories that it asked if I was interested in. It's like, oh yeah, I like art and books and video games and politics and pets, and that's what you can show me. Always, whenever something like, whenever these like random like Twitter like sites ask you like what categories and stuff you like, just say pets. You'll get unless you don't like seeing like videos or pictures of people's animals. I always do. It's always nice to see like a cat laying down or a video of a dog just doing dog stuff. I appreciate it. It breaks up the usual garbage. And that's my advice. Yeah, I kind of am enjoying Blue Sky. I've only been messing with it this weekend. And I definitely have to go and see if I can't find a lot of the... Oh no. Not stuff. I love stuff, but not magma stuff. That's too hot to touch. There we go. Not really the best situation, but you know, it's fine. Probably should have, honestly, we probably should have just dug a little hole in front of it and then just let it be a light. Or just dug a little hole underneath the block that it was pouring from. And just let it just pour straight down forever. Either way would have been fine. Would have been more than adequate. Yeah, I am not paid by Blue Sky, so like me saying I like it means nothing. I mean, if you liked Twitter back in the day, you'll probably enjoy it. Unless you really love Twitter now because it's a completely different beast owned by a completely different guy. I don't know. Like, there was a part of me that did enjoy Twitter for the horrible opinions people would have on it. Like, I know people generally are like, no, it was a hell site, and I hate it, and I hate the people on it. But I was always a big fan of like the nonsense people get up to. Like, I'm into like the Tumblr night blogger culture and like the weird corners of YouTube. I don't know. I like seeing what people can do, especially like when people aren't getting hurt. But I don't know. The internet's changed a lot since. The internet's changed a lot, period. Like, the internet's changed a lot since I was a kid. The internet's changed a lot since I was a teenager. The internet changed a lot since I was a young adult. And who knows, maybe the internet's gonna change a lot by the time I'm an old man. Maybe the internet will change a lot by the time you guys are old people. Who knows? It's kind of a weird sensation to think that like the way people used the internet back when I was a kid is already like antiquated. I don't know, we didn't have social media back in the day. Like, we definitely had the little chat rooms and like forums and stuff, but I don't know. My first PC was the Nintendo Wii, so don't ask me for my opinions on early internet stuff. Oh well. One issue I've had health-wise is like, I don't know if it's my eyebrows or if it's my like eyelashes, but like the little hairs will fall out and like get in my eye, and that's really obnoxious. Because I lived most of my life with that like only happening very rarely, you know, to it being like a monthly occurrence, and it's like, why now? Well, you're older and your hair falls out more. It's like, no, don't say that. I'm vain about the dumb things. I don't want to lose my hair faster. Let me keep my hair. Well, your fingernails are still gonna grow at the same rate. And it's like, no, that's one thing that can slow down. That's the one thing I was looking forward to slowing down. I hate clipping my nails like once every 6 days. I hate it so much. They grow too fast. Well, it's not that bad. They're long enough where they start catching on things. That's too long. I hate it. That's how I know that's how I notice I have to clip them, when they start catching on clothes and stuff. It doesn't take that long. Like every week, every gosh darn week, I gotta clip my nails. I hate it. Why can't they just be the same way they need to be my entire life? Like, well, that would suck if like they got broken, right? It's like, yeah, I guess. I know this is a wrong opinion I have, but I just hate having to deal with them every week. Those are my honest feelings about my own body. I hate having I hate having clipped my own fingernails every gosh darn week. Thank God my hair doesn't grow that fast. I have to cut it myself twice a year. And I probably should do it every season, but you know, I'm a little lazy. I'm fine with it being a little long. It's okay. I have no problem with that. Sometimes a little long is sometimes a little long is a little cute, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. The fingernail stuff does oh dear, not now, not then, not ever again. I don't even know if we're gonna be able to fill up our inventory again. Because this guy looks like he's, oh, there we go. Like we're going to be back in the dark zone. Hooray. Who knew lava could be in the wall? I mean, it makes sense, right? If it can... Oh, that was a weird noise. If it can be anywhere else, why wouldn't it be in the wall? I'm really excited to hear how I sound on the computer that doesn't sound on the editing computer, because it's like, man, it's gonna sound terrible on that one. I'm gonna sound okay on the other computers. Big sigh. I just can't trust the 2012 iMac anymore. To be fair, like, there's a lot of random weird things with it, though. It's a little messed up machine. Like, it lies to me how big folders are, and apparently that's just an issue with Apple computers in general. Like, after a certain point, they're like, yeah, we're not gonna update. We have no ability to update how big folders and files are. And I think it might just be that version of the iMac wasn't made to like accommodate larger hard drives, like 1 terabyte or 2 or 3 terabytes. So it just can't handle like larger folders, I guess. That would be my assumption. Man, me and my 2 terabyte hard drive in a over 10-year-old machine. Oh well. Yeah, 2 terabytes is about the size I usually go for my various machines. Mainly because, like, I already decided that was the size once, and it's like, well, if we do that as a size for all of them, it's not like we can't just transfer them all over. You know, we can keep just transferring stuff around as much as we need to. And it makes it a little okay for backing up hard drives, because if I had a larger hard drive inside these things, like I'd need a larger external hard drive, you know? Like, what's the point of that? 2 terabytes is fine. Like, it might not be enough for like video editing all the time. Like, I'm sure you'd probably want a little bit more. I know I always want a little bit more. But it's like, well, we can always just keep buying external hard drives and just erase stuff when you don't need it. Someday we'll reach a point where we actually are editing stuff and we're no longer needing to have all these video files. Someday. Someday we'll be done with stuff. Okay, I need to pay attention. I still believe that we're gonna have the pickaxe break before we fill up our inventory. But you know, we can be wrong about that. It's not too bad. And I do feel like what we really should be doing is just making a bunch of stone ones or iron ones from now on. We can't waste diamonds anymore. Like, I mean, we can. It's just, it kind of breaks my heart. We had a full stack before and now we don't. All right, we reached the corner. That's cool. let's keep digging our way around the world of the Nether. Very convenient, very nice. I'm enjoying this. This is the best place to mine. We're away from everything. We don't have to worry about anything. Beautiful stuff. I love it. 10 out of 10. Uneventful as crap, but you know, sometimes all you want is no events. No events, no surprises. Just let me dig. Let me dig, let me gather. I want to get home on time with my berries and nuts and magical hellstone. Not have to worry about it. The way things should be. It's the way they could be. I'm gonna be really upset if it turns out that my commentary audio is completely unusable. It shouldn't be because I tested it, but it would be funny if that's how it turned out. It's one of those situations where like sometimes you don't know how things will go until you've done it in the wild. You know, you gotta get that field experience. You got that, you know, things don't work the way you expect them to ever. But you don't really know the true ramifications until you've done the dry run. I don't know. Like I did do a bunch of tests, but I still expect it to be slightly different. The real thing is always a little different, right? Okay, so we are back to well, okay, so we've got one more semi buddy. Okay. So we just gotta pay attention to this number. And whenever we get about to 50, we just need to pay attention. This guy somehow managed to survive. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. Now we have to wind our way all the way back. Yikes. That's fine, that's life. That's okay. This is a little better than having to deal with all the stuff around us. At the same time, I did appreciate how our experience would slightly increase as we actually fought stuff. So I kind of miss that. I do kind of miss that aspect of it all. I'm a little impatient. I just wanna... Wait, did we go too far? I believe we did. Where's the... actual end of this thing? Or was the corner piece actually where we started from? I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. I don't think we could go completely by a corner. Yeah, this has to be the way out. Come on. Let's eat some carrots first, I guess. Oh man, we're eating up those carrots. Okay. Yeah, I think this is the way out. Seems like it is. Groovy, that's cool. I'm hearing something. Hey buddy, how are you doing? I don't believe that's the way... I don't believe this is the way either, though. I don't remember. I don't recognize it. Oh yeah, this is the way. Okay. Now I recognize it. Yeah. Okay. Took us a while. Wow, everything's just wanting to hurt me. That's too bad. And the weather out here is nice. Beautiful. You love to see it. And with that, we've already filled up one chest, right? So now we're on to filling up second chest. And then we'll... Right, we got that one filled. Working on this guy. And if we do get all the chests filled, then next time we will definitely be working on the other thing, which is placing all the stone and making this look like a perfectly adequate thing. We may need more food though. At a certain point, we'll need more food. I don't believe we have more carrots. That's unfortunate. Oh, we do have raw mutton. Oh, that's cool. And we do have the efficiency pickaxe. Okay. So let's destroy these two pickaxes and then move on. We'll see how far we do. How good we do. Okay. Look at that. I just want this to be done. I want this project to be done. I'm getting tired of it. Really? Two of them. So rude. So aggressive. Okay, let's find our secret way up here. And then it does seem like there's guys that spawn in this area now. Or at least didn't we see a Rex? Yeah, okay. That's good. At least we got some friendly friends. It'll be a little different once we get magma cubes and heaven forbid anything else. For now, it's just our everyday friendly whatevers, so that's okay. The nice thing is we're high enough where it doesn't really matter. It doesn't seem like there's any drops. It's just pure netherrack as far as we can mine. We're gonna be able to mine this whole layer if we want. That's cool. And heck, there may be even more layers like this. It might just be like a solid... That'd be nice. Trying not to get too giddy about it, but you know, it could be a good thing. It could be a nice thing. We'll see how much we need to mine. I don't think... Well, I don't know. Maybe we will fill up our inventory with these two pickaxes. It's hard to say. It's always really hard for me to say. I don't really have a good grasp of when the stamina of the various tools will run out. Oh man, I'm getting really tired now. Oh no. We were doing so well up until just now. And then I feel like Reddit was panicking because the CEO was like, we're gonna do a paywall for some subreddits going forward in the future this year. And it's like, okay. And the Redditors were all panicking like they do. You know, we're a bunch of internet introverts. That's just how people are. But apparently it was just for like very specific subreddits going forward and none of the currently existing ones. So it's like, okay, that's a little less scary, I guess. You know, don't quit freaking us out so much, man. Jeez Louise, you know? Now we have to go back and make sure we've gotten all the netherrack. Man, I'm not a fan of the efficiency pickaxes, if I'm being honest. At the same time, this is a pretty easy area to mine. We just gotta make sure we're not being dumb about it, you know? Because it is very easy to be dumb about this stuff, I suppose. Well, there's no reason to be. Look at us go. We're doing our best. Oh wow, we already reached the wall. Okay. That did not take us very long. I'm gonna feel bad when we eat our way around the entire... Honestly, this really isn't set up for tunnel work. Oh dear. There we go. All those got destroyed. That's fair, that's fine. I mean, it sucks. It definitely is not ideal. It's not my plan. That's not my game plan there. But, oh well. So it goes. I do need to buy a new plan for my phone. Yeah, we're almost at another year's over, you know? And I do have a track phone, so we gotta do the... Whether it's monthly, yearly, or weekly, you know, you gotta have that service plan going, so that's always fun. I do appreciate that it's still a cheaper option. I don't know, like... I'd rather pay... I guess I'd rather pay $200 a year for a service plan and some data than like $40 a month or $50 a month or $100 a month for... I don't know, I guess if I was getting infinite data though, like, I'd be fine with paying $50 a month, I guess. I don't know. It's a fair chunk of change, but you know, you're not gonna get a better deal from it, like a comparative like internet service, so I don't know. I've never had to price out like actual phone stuff though, so I don't really know what I'm willing to pay per month. And I guess it would really depend on like what things am I getting with that. Because if it's just like I get phone service, like that's, I don't know if that's worth it. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cool how we need phones so much to exist in our current society. And I mean, that's just how society's been for a while, actually. Like, the phone has revolutionized the world in many ways. Or at the very least, communication. And cell phones have changed that even more. We don't even use cell phones to talk to people most of the time. Or not using the specific, like, talking apps to talk to people. That's even cooler. Humans are so funky about how they do stuff. I am a big fan of that. It's like you can't lead a horse to water. But for an entire species. I mean, we're still picking up netherracks. That's a good sign. Pickaxes. Fairly depleted, though, so that's not a good sign. But we haven't walked off any holes or fallen into any, like, pitfalls, so that's also a good sign. I would say. As we walk around this ring of netherrack that we're creating. We should probably go back a little bit and make sure we've actually picked up everything. Especially from the little divots we make. There we go. And hopefully we can fill up our inventory before we use up our good old diamond pickaxe. And hopefully we can find our way out of here. That's also a big issue, isn't it? That's gonna be the big issue. I imagine. I could be wrong. But I do feel like... Well, nope. It's not. That's our way out. Cool. Oh, we went all the way around. That's kind of unexpected, if I'm being honest. If we can't get another tunnel going. I apologize for not talking as much. I'm very tired now. Mentally, I've crashed. I'm ready for bed. I apologize. Next time, especially if the sound settings are fairly okay, next time we will not have to waste time doing that. And hopefully if I do have any issues with how the things got recorded today, we just adjust during the week and then it's fine. That would be my hope. Okay. So we're almost there. We're probably definitely, though, going to have the pickaxe pop on us before we actually fill up our inventory. And that's fine. We came pretty far. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, that's what I thought. Okay. Let's get out and then make a bunch of stone ones. And maybe make a chest just for here so that we can... Hey, buddy. How's it going? You like being up here, too? I'm not really a big fan of it, but, you know, it's a perfectly adequate place to mine. So, we're here. I'm here. Doing my best. Doing what I can. Okay, this is the way down. That's a way down too. Hooray. Okay. And we got another way down. Yep. I'm starting to understand how this stuff works. I've got it memorized a little bit. I'm a tired little guy. I'm ready for bed. How about you don't? Leaving the Nether. We hope you enjoy nighttime, you saucy freak. I don't, not particularly, but you know, it's fine. It's okay. It is what it is. We're doing what we can. So we're gonna want to eat something, make some pickaxes. Actually, we should probably get rid of the netherrack first. And then we make some pickaxes, and then we'll make our plans based on that. Okay, so we filled up another. Cool, cool. Perfectly adequate. Yeah, whenever we finish up whenever we fill up that third chest, that'll probably be good enough for me. Maybe. I don't know. At this point, I think we can get away with doing whatever. Let's see, I need sticks and I need stones. Okay. And then... Oop. Well, I guess we'll take... Yeah, we'll do something like that. And then, do we have more stone? We do have more stone. So, we're gonna go... We're gonna make one of these, we're gonna make one of these, and that's gonna be how we set things up in the Nether. Let's do it up. So we don't have to keep popping out, we can just bring some sticks and some stones and just make more pickaxes as we need them. And store a bunch so we don't have to have our hands full of them constantly. That's the idea. Let's see how it works. Alright, I am getting tired of you harassing me, giant freak. So do your worst. I just want your experience, so just give me everything you can drop, please. Fair enough. Hello, Rex. Where's my way up? There it is. Let me get up. Let me get up. I just want to go. I just want to mine. Okay. And then I think we'll probably set up our chest. Like, I don't know. I don't really know if I want to set it up in here. I feel like that can be attacked. should be fine. Like, it's not ideal, but it's better than nothing. I feel like that should be fine, right? Like, if we need to balance out the numbers, we can. I feel like that's fair enough. But yeah, let's finish up mining and then hopefully fill up that last chest. This is gonna be the painful tail end of this, but you know, we'll get something done. Even if it doesn't seem like it, we'll get something done. And before we have to mine this entire section of all the netherrack. Remove it completely. Just to complete our mountain. Our volcano. Our volcano range. How unfortunate. How terrible. But, you know, we're making it one way or another. Doing what we can. Cool. Look at that. There's only like, what, 3 of these? That's not too bad. We can get like 2 full ones and a partial one for every pickaxe. That's not good math, but you know, we're doing our best. As opposed to what, filling up the chest with 1 pickaxe alone, one diamond pickaxe. Wow. Really not getting our utility out of the stone pickaxes, I suppose. Especially considering how slow they are too. Like, man, I mean, it could be faster, but it... oh well. I guess you get what you're willing to pay for, and I'm kind of done doing diamond pickaxes, if we're being honest. Yeah, I'd say that's about right. I wonder how much we're actually going to end up digging out of this whole area, though. And if it matters. It's kind of funny, though, that we set up this whole area at the tail end of us needing netherrack. And hopefully this is all the netherrack we will need. My hope is filling up the chests and potentially coming back next time to fill up our inventory will be all we need to do. You never know. You never know. We'll fill up our inventory this time and then see about that chest and call it goodsies. And honestly, I feel like this will be the last go around for today. And then next time we'll probably fill up that chest and then fill up our inventory, and then we will spend the rest of the time just placing blocks and yapping about stuff. I'll have a proper list of things I thought about, experienced, did next time, hopefully. And hopefully we can keep the sound quality of my commentary pretty decent. It is nice to know that some of the issues I had before were probably imaginary. Or maybe exaggerated. Whereas, I don't know. I'm a little disappointed though that the filters didn't really work out. I was really hoping they did, or would. But we might just have to see if there's any alternatives that work better. That would also work on an Apple computer. And if there aren't any, then that's fine. You know, I'm used to that. This is probably going to be good enough. we'll probably just have to do minor tweaking and start actually adjusting like gain levels in OBS at that point in order to get get an adequate sound, get adequate recordings. You know, we'll just keep doing what we can. We'll just incrementally, by degrees, improve. So that's the plan. Hopefully I do sound okay. Hopefully my computers aren't all lying to me. That would suck if they were all lying to me. I don't know. So let me know if you care either way. Let me know. Wow, look at that. We do have a fair amount of pickaxes this time though, so this is gonna take a while, but we should be able to fill up our inventory just with what we got. Or at least come pretty close, so I'm not really too concerned. Honestly, I think it's funny that we're just gonna be digging our way around the nether from the ceiling. That's kind of funny. But this is a really good spot to mine. It seems pretty safe. Seems fairly secluded. It is full of netherrack, so that's also good. There's probably a lot of lava pools still left to find. A lot of lava. But, you know, we haven't really run into that much, all things considered. And our inventory is slowly filling up, which is good. And who knows, maybe we'll have to put away a pickaxe or two. Who knows? I'm not good at math. And hopefully the next chapter One Piece is really awesome. I'm looking forward to that next week. This Thursday or Friday, hopefully Thursday, maybe even Wednesday. I can hope and dream, right? I can hope and dream for a Wednesday One Piece release, right? It won't happen, but I can dream. So yeah, next time I'll definitely be gushing about One Piece unless it doesn't have any real things to gush about that aren't like super spoilers. I'm sure it will be super spoilery. We've reached that point where like every chapter has to be fairly spoilerific. That's just what happens when we finally spend like what 20 years to finally reach one island. It's not even the final island. That's the wild thing. And we get some confirmation on random things that people have been theorizing forever. Or recently. You know, you never know. Some theories are old, some theories are new. Some theories are red and some theories are blue. Yeah, we gotta do something a little more entertaining than just mine netherrack next time. This is putting me to sleep. Which is good. I appreciate being able to fall asleep right after I've recorded. That's always nice. Sometimes, you know, you get everything all done and it's like, I'm wired actually. I'm just gonna stay up for another 3 hours. And then it's 6 in the morning and it's like, oh goodness. I have to wake up at a time. It's like, yes, you do. That's what you get. That's what you get when you're irresponsible. You know, you get a destroyed sleep schedule and the inability to sleep when you need to or want to. Okay, that's interesting. Fascinating. Okay, we've still got a ways to go. I'm not too worried. I don't actually know, like, are we gonna fill up our inventory or are we gonna need another pickaxe? Or we're gonna have to give up a pickaxe. You never know. One thing I am concerned about now is like I actually am fairly tired and I'm afraid I'm gonna start dozing off and I'm gonna like find lava. That would be my biggest fear right now. Because I'm not in the headspace. I don't have the reaction time to save myself from lava. This is not an ideal situation. I think it's funny though that we've kind of figured out a way to make mining the nether like safe. That's kind of funny. Not really a place I'd like to stay in too long. And we've spent a heck of a long time in here, so that's neat. Now, if only we can mine with 2 hands so we could do it twice as fast. That's the problem with stone pickaxes. Kind of unreasonably slow. Although even in the nether, this is still pretty quick. Pretty speedy. Can't complain. Even though all I do is complain. Like, we can't complain. Turns around and complains. What a wild way to be. What an absolute terrible way to be. Oh yeah, did anybody have a good Valentine's Day? I got candy. Anybody have a terrible Valentine's Day? I suppose that's the real juicy question. I hope nobody did. I hope everybody got the Valentine's Day they dream of. You know, that'd be cool. I just had a chill day of just doing nothing, but you know. It's doing nothing with purpose. Which is pretty cool. Pretty enjoyable, I suppose. I don't know, are we gonna fill up our inventory? That is the question. We've got basically 4.5 more. So if each one of these is 2 full stacks at least, and we've got at least 8 stacks, and that might actually require us to give up some. I don't know. But I am like ridiculously bad at math, so I could be wrong. My observations could be off. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. Man, these pickaxes are slow. I am ready to be done. I'm ready to go home. Let's call it a day. Let's call it a netherrack collecting day. Yeah, I think we'll actually need extra pickaxes, I think. But we'll see. We will see. Because I'm pretty tired. So I probably can't be trusted on how long things are gonna take. I want things to be over now. I wanna call it quits and go to bed. Transfer those video files over and then I'll call it a day. Wake up late and edit the video, and when I export it, be unhappy with the sound on the editing computer, transfer it over to the other computer and be like, oh, this is actually okay. That's cool. Hip hip hooray. Although, who knows, maybe if I'm not messing around with like the filters and stuff, maybe it'll all sound pretty normal. Maybe. That could happen. That'd be nice. If everything just sounded pretty okay. And if it was the filters that were messing up everything all to begin with. I don't think that's the way it'll go, but you never know, it could be. Guess we'll have to find out. When are we gonna find another corner? I kind of feel like we did before, we just did. So I shouldn't be complaining, but still, it feels like it's taken a while. Maybe it's just the diamond ones, we were just chewing through the world so much where it felt like we were finding them all the time. There's only 4 of them, so like at a certain point we'll find them all anyways, no matter what. Only 2 pickaxes left, oh no. Will we manage to fill our inventory, or will we actually, and unfortunately, require more pickaxes? I feel like it's gonna be close. Like if we only have like 1 opening slot, like that's fine. That's what we would have had if we had a pickaxe in our hand anyway, so that's okay. I'd be okay with that. I'm fine with that. And if we do figure out the sound stuff, the commentary sound stuff, then I really would be way more open to figuring out ways to leverage my time better and actually recording other stuff. So that's kind of the big thing, is I'm kind of just like, well, if I don't know if I'm doing a good job with like actually editing sound and like having good commentary, then why even play other games, you know? Like right now I can kind of use the excuse of like, yeah, I just don't have the time. I'm always just busy trying to do all the other stuff. Maybe if I wasn't uploading all the Smash Bros and Animal Crossing, maybe it'd be fine. But at a certain point, like we're gonna reach a point where it's like, yeah, those are not excuses because they're no longer applicable. Let's play other stuff. And there are games, like I would like to play like Christmas games around Christmas time and horror games around Halloween time and stuff. I would like to do like holiday sets. Really? That's it? Wow, okay. That works for me. Is this the way out? I want to believe it is. We'll see. We have 13 as experience. That's not too bad. I mean, it's not great, but it could be worse. Oh, hey, we went all the way around. Okay. Wow. Wowzer Bo Bowser. Okay. Nice. No complaints here about that. That's actually kind of cool. And this is the way? No, this is the way. I mean, we could take another pickaxe and at least... There we go. But yeah, that was pretty effective, I suppose. That was pretty neat. Probably should have counted how many pickaxes we had so we'd know, like, oh yeah. It takes like, what, 14 or 15? Takes a fair amount of pickaxe to, get through things. There's a lot of X's all about. Leaving the handle. and then call it a day. Oh, I am definitely very tired. And I promise next time, and I always say that. I always say that I'll give myself more time or that I'll do things earlier. If we figured out our sound settings, then next time I promise we'll try to be a little more put together. Try to do this up a little more professionally next time. And hopefully next time we don't have to spend too much time gathering netherrack. We can just do a little bit, and yeah. Look at that, we just need like one little bar and a little extra too. The next time we will be filling up this. We will be filling up our inventory. And then we will aggressively work on finishing this up if we can. If it's something that can be finished up in a night. So thank you for dealing with me. Hopefully I don't sound weird to you. Hopefully I don't sound bad. Hopefully this is a big old improvement. And going forward, we will try to be a little more entertaining, a little more storied, and definitely a lot less tired. That is a big thing, being a little less tired, a lot less tired. So thank you for watching me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.